Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. It's a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Let's go. You tighten up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Red, 8, read. I don't think you got it, son. Ready.
On 1st down, Love. That's complete to John Ross. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Say. Ready to go.
The former 2nd-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Orange. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 66. Cut.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Rodney Anderson, 35 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. To throw is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Then on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on second down. Love. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off, and brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready, ready, ready. Check, check. He's coming, he's coming. Nice, nice, sweetheart.
Nixon will try the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Mixon trying to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Rodney Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready, delta, 60 out block. Single, 8 and go.
Throwing on first down. Love. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Get ready. Get ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's coming to off.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And this will be taken at the 13. Dances by him. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in a field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Looking to throw. Love. It's caught. Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Dancing to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Bengals 42, Ravens 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
On 3rd down, Taylor, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He can run for it, and he will. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Now Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. On 2nd and 10, Jackson, and an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sam Hubbard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Ravens on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Here we go. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the pass.
What? Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the ready. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. You must be dreaming. Blue dot cross.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now on comes the Bengal kicker, Jake Elliott, here on 4th down. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Short. Alert. 3 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, go.
Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
It's our time. It's our time.
Play action. Now Jackson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
STRO. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?